Alright, this is baconman with another exciting episode of Spelunky. Yeah. This past week has been, honestly, a pretty doggone good week. Gotten reconnected with lots of people that I've been missing a while. Maybe a little over-connected in some cases, but I have that annoying habit of burning out on people and stuff. I did get a couple of the hidden characters while multiplayer tasking with some people. No meathead or any of the super specials yet. I did get this guy, just the clowniest looking bear head out there. And then this guy that reminds me of Speedy Gonzalez. Am I the only one that remembers those cartoons? But for now, we're going with Green Girl. Not because I like to play with girl characters per se. Never mind the fact that Cammy and Sakura are my Street Fighter 4 mains. And that Asuka's one of my Tekken ones. But because I like the color green, you know. It's like, especially that shade of green, it's always been like one of my favorite colors. So yeah, everyone's all up over ends about the Batman shooting. And it's like, this was some sort of vindication of the Joker, and it's like, dude, Heath Ledger was an actor. He wasn't even the real Joker. I already know about how actors really get into their parts and how that was a factor, but that's no excuse. That's... I mean, there's fan peopleism, and then there's... That's just taking things way too far. That's where I fear a lot of super fans take things. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things I really love and get into, like DDR and Spelunky and stuff, but just because I like Street Fighter 3 Third Strike doesn't mean I put on a freaking karate gi and walk down the street inviting people to beat the tar out of me or anything. Eee, treasure, 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 treasure. And there we go. That'll conclude our first level. So my condolences to anyone that got caught up in that theater crap. That's a clear sign that someone has way too much time on their hands, or that they're trying to inspire real-life superheroism, because in spite of having the capacity to do that themselves, they might be too lazy or, you know, full of personal cowardice of doing so. But then that does beckon the question, I mean, would real-life superheroes fix all of this crazy going on, or would it just be a factor that magnifies it? I mean, Marvel Civil War really brings up an interesting viewpoint of that. I mean, we can't all be vigilante heroes, but we can't all sit around and do nothing either. You know, revolutions of the world haven't happened on accident, and yet history's proven time and again what kind of works and what kind of doesn't, and there's no way I'm getting that hunk dude down there with no bombs. I can't believe I already ran out of bombs. Okay, so there's the snake pit here. Good. That, well, since it's open on the top and there's no way to get over. There's not going to be a whole lot to this level. So, not a lot I can do about the bombs front right now. This might have... Nope. And I'm already down to 1 life heart. Yee. 1 life heart and no bombs. It's not looking good. But it's our first run of the day. Bit of a warm-up. So yeah, I mean, what would a real superhero be at this point? And what good would they do? Then I know, like, with software and stuff, a lot of the thing is, like, future of digital media rights. How digital distribution's ruining the used market, and how at the same time, you know, piracy's out of control. Really, it just... We gotta really get down to brass tacks. What is money really worth, and what is really worth money now? You know, I loved the old concept of work ethic where freaking doing a good job consistently on time had value. It had an economic value associated with it. But now things are way different. Everything is maximized. All the leverage in the world is maximized against everyone. You know, doing a job right or doing it good isn't even an indicator of whether or not you'll keep your job, let alone make anything out of it. Just, you know, I know it leads to a lot of... It's a big factor in the tremendous artistic movements around. Like, we don't have faith in... What is it? Industries anymore? Like job industries? This is going to be really bad. This is going to be bad no matter what I do. Yep, there's no way out of that. So, restart. And yeah, if there's no earning potential in the job market anymore, where the heck is our spending potential supposed to come from? And then what the heck if there's no spending potential, what the heck are you supposed to sell to make profit? You know? There's missing pieces to that, to the wealth creation formula. You can't build wealth on top of other people. You have to build it alongside them. Then I know a bunch of people that are like really saying, you know, communism is like the only way outside of this capitalistic system. And then we got proponents to that saying, you know, it's been provably not working for forever. You know, a lot of European healthcare systems attest to that too. Just, you end up with death panels or rationed healthcare. Honestly, we need to put our values back in line with our money. And if those with the money right now aren't going to participate, then we just stop working. We just stop doing the work and we find something better to do with our lives. I hope this mystery box is a winner. Don't usually like doing the mystery boxes. That's some expensive spike shoes. Alright, well. I'm just about to do some wrap-up work on the design portion of software stuff I'm working on. Oh crap. Well, that wasn't very good. Now, I actually am planning on playing a little bit of Sushi Castle later, too. I know there's been lots of very viable comparisons drawn between it and The Binding of Isaac. Although there are a couple of subtle design differences. But we'll save it for that kind of... We'll save it for that video. And yeah, eventually I'd like to do a little Let's Play get-together. I'm not really sure what to play in a nice little group setting. And pretty soon I'm probably going to post some DDR Universe 3, which I'll have to play the lazy controller way because I don't exactly have any Xbox 360 pads. But I really like the mix and the musical selection on it. In fact, a lot of the Ultra Mixed Universe series has really good taste. I have an embarrassingly huge backlog of games to get to. But part of that's just because I'm enjoying the games I have so effing much. I probably could just avoid buying any more games for about another year and still have more fun stuff to enjoy. Like, and not get burned out or tired of. Still have the latter half of Dark Souls to go through, for instance, which... I don't know if I'm gonna Let's Play that just because of the Let's Play curse. I suppose I could. Might have to start over. Which... yeah, when you've died as many times as my main has, it's kind of a tough call. It's like you don't want to lose all that work you put into the main character, but tactically speaking, all the stuff you've lost over that time, it might be a smart thing to do. Just start anew. Although, like, I kind of hate having to try and reboot things like that or my wife. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tempted to do right now too. Just kind of declusterize, reorganize it. But then I've spent so much time organizing and reorganizing to begin with. It's like, what if being organized is what I'm doing wrong? What if I should just shut up and get stuff done? Even patience is only a virtue in moderation. And in Spelunky. I don't know, one thing I've been kind of going over in my head is like boss monster designs. You know, you play something like The Binding of Isaac or, you know, a Metroid or a Mega Man game, and it's like, what really makes a good boss character fun? I mean, the whole pattern-based 3 sets of 3 moves and hit them once thing is kind of tired and cliche at this point. That was probably perfected in, like, Donkey Kong Country. That wouldn't really be bringing anything new to the table. You know, like the Isaac bosses. There's kind of a hit or miss charm about them. It's like, some of them are just really fun to fight. You know, like Larry Jr. or the Hollow. You know, worm bosses always seem to do something fun and interesting. Oh boy. And a blackout level. Ouch. That was unnecessarily painful, but profitable. Still kind of painful. Good thing these torches are still decent weapons. Let Damsel do a little bit of preventative roaming. Come back and get you. Yay, hot girl on girl action. That's the bonus for completing the dark stages. Although, who really does that sort of thing in the dark anyways? You can't see what you're doing. How much loot was that? 35,000. 35,500 bucks on that level alone. I love that about the dark levels. It's that pretty much justifies the dark levels right there. Just how the outrageous earning potential they come with. Ooh. What's this? The King's Tomb? I remember there being a legend that there's a secret south of King's Tomb. What's that? Big money. Haunted castle level, huh? Whoa! Dude! Dude, what the heck was that? Oh well. I got nifty little gentleman. Which is probably the motive for going to the haunted castle level. Now I just have to get through there and get out of it to get the achievement for it. But yeah, that's the easy way to get that. I don't think there's an easy way to do the worm. Okay, yeah, risk reward assessment tells me time to get out of that little nook and cranny. Okay. See these things? They're death spikes. If you're gonna be good at the game, you want to try to not jump on them. So, my town, being the small town that it is, a lot of my friends of friends have all started coinciding with each other. People from my board gaming group are actually mingling and talking about living together with people from my board gaming group, and people from my old DVR group are showing up in new spots. I'm kind of getting this weird... See, I have this thing I call the two-step rule. You know, it's like, you don't get... What's the word? Affectionately entangled with friends of friends, or relatives of friends, or friends of relatives. But between my different roles in town, like from co-workers to different gaming groups around town, I'm about at the point where I'm running out of places in town to seek potential dates. I really don't want to start, you know, like having to date out of town on a pirate ship budget where I'm kind of squeezing by as it is. Although it's looking highly likely, and in one or two particular cases, like probably the strong move to make. There are some exceptionally outrageous people that I'm starting to get associated with loosely. It's kind of a thankful thing about internet dating. It's kind of another annoying thing about internet dating. Now, it puts you in touch with people that would be out of your reach, but it doesn't quite put them within your reach still. But it opens the doors of possibilities, which, again, is a good thing. It's probably a needed thing at this point. Okay, that's fine. We'll get that. Aw, man. Not what I was going for there. Kinda not what I was going for there either, but at least I get a crate, which gets me a rope, which helps me tie all this together with 2 to spare. And a puppy. Now I just have to get back up. Okay, I can do that from here. To get my box with the Uja Eye in it. Since I'm not quite up to Tunnel Man number 3, ingredient number 3 yet. Oh, come on. That was the cheapest, dickest... Ah. Well, at least we can get our hit back from the puppy at the end. Which is not the net gain I was going for in hit points, but... what can you do? So, yeah, I mean, civilization is kind of growing in a scope. This is really big. I don't know. We're gonna have to scale our own civilization up because obviously, though our predecessors aren't preparing for that. We got more people in need of more jobs, in need of more everything, really. Ow. And more death spikes, which... that was not cool. Okay, I'm gonna give her one more good go. I don't know. Just... I'm piecing together the bits of all this stuff and trying to come to terms with what I can do about this stuff and what I can't and need to just let go of. Oh, that's... for a reasonably smart person that expects a lot of themselves, that's hard to do. It's hard to just get to the point where you just say, well, there's nothing I can do about this. You know, I'm not the kind of person that can condone helplessness, whether I sometimes feel that way or not. Anyways, regardless of the bajillion reasons or excuses it's been put off for like 2 or 3 weeks, I have got to get around and get some backing for my internet cafe, which is the first of like 7 things I want to open up in this town to try and help get people working and back on the plus side. I kind of really want that jetpack, but yeah.